Really? Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul and I'm joined by...
Fishy Boy 2.
Fishy Boys, yes. I was just thinking about that, Fishy Boys. If you've not got any clue what we talk about, I can't recommend you go back.
We can't help you.
Yes. And we're beyond help as well, I think. We are continuing our run through of Doctor Who. We are on to the next Patrick Troughton story. We're kind of, how many Patrick Troughton stories have we had now? 3?
I think, is it
We've
5?
done 3.
Oh, 3, because, that Series 4 started with a couple of Hartnells, didn't it?
Yeah. So we've had, I think this is our 4th Troughton one. And in my head, I thought we were about to sit down and watch the Caricature. But we're not. We're about to watch the Moonbase. So I'm actually quite excited about that. Not that I wasn't excited about the Caricature. But before we do that, we should say to people, as always, put your comments down below. We'd love to hear what you've got to say about the episodes. Give us a like and a subscribe. And also a big thank you to everyone who subscribes, because as of today, we have hit 700 subscribers on the channel, which might not be much in the world of YouTube. But for us, it's a big deal, so we're really thankful for that. We are small fish in a big pond. It's not on the same scale as some other YouTubers, but that was another one there, Thomas. That was another one.
Very good.
Same scale.
That one's a little bit more niche, isn't it?
I think, but it's probably time to put an end to these fish puns, or as the French would say, fin. And we should probably watch the Moonbase. I should probably tell you a bit about the Moonbase as well, shouldn't I? So we've got a 4-parter. It was broadcast 11th of February to the 4th of March 1967. Written by Kit Pedler, directed by Maurice Barry. And I think only 2 of the 4 episodes exist, but they've now been animated, I think. Now, I'm not sure which one's which, though, so I don't know whether we're going to go straight into an animation or we're going into a live-action one. But do you know anything about this story?
I know it involves a moon base, but other than that, no. I'm excited.
Good. Well,
Sorry,
I'm excited.
just reaching over to grab my shortbread.
Oh, shortbread. You've moved up in the world. Very nice. Right? Very nice.
Shortbread fingers.
Ooh.
Great. Nice and buttery.
Now we've got 700 subscribers, we've moved up in terms of the snacks. From a bag of lettuce to shortbread.
That's it. In a year's time, we'll be eating, like, lobster.
Yeah, lobster thermidor or something. Yeah.
Crack open some champagne. Oh, man.
I'm sure that would make the reactions much more interesting. We drink a bottle of champagne each out the a 6-parter or something. Like.
Oh, brilliant. We could release as a piece of Shallow Proclamation merch, it's like a pint glass, but it has levels on it saying episode 1, end of episode 2.
That's a great idea. And
would
at
it
some
be an
point,
equal amount for each, or would you need a lot for the final?
Yeah, that's a good question. And maybe you could have other things like, I like the sets, so at what point in the episode do you say that? Like...
Not to encourage excessive drinking. I mean, you could put apple juice in that, couldn't you? Yeah, we wouldn't prescribe the drinks. So. Great. Should we check it out?
Yeah, let's do this.
Kit Pedler.
Oh, Kit Pedler. Oh, we're going for an animation. Here we go.
Oh, it looks quite nice.
I can't remember whether I own this. I think I do own this. I think from when I watched this last time, I felt that the Doctor was quite settled into the role last time I watched this. Like, I didn't feel like it was an early one and he was a bit all over the shop. So I'm kind of hoping when we see a bit of Patrick Troughton live action, we'll be a bit more as I think of him.
Sure. Whoop. Another label on the pint glass would have to be awkward intros.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a mo. This don't look
Yeah,
like
3/4
Mars to me.
of the glass would have to be for the intro.
No,
Take a drink every time Thomas loses it over about something and starts giggling. The moon!
Yeah, Polly was like, oh look, you were right, we did land on Mars. Surely Mars would look quite different. Oh, it's red,
Right.
isn't it?
You'd assume so.
Although maybe at this time they didn't know that much about Mars. I mean,
Yeah,
they
I
surely
don't
knew that the moon was grey and Mars was
The
red.
moon's way up in the sky.
You would assume so.
You're not going to tell us there's no shore, Lee.
Polly's still wearing the fish thing.
Oh yeah, she's got her shell outfit on.
No, it was just a
Yeah.
bumpy landing, that's all. Yeah.
Really coming out of her
well,
shell.
if you must go ashore, only half an hour. Right.
It's a bit shell-shocked, I think.
This is great, isn't it?
It looks like Buggles' video killed the radio star, like that video.
Yeah, look at the sunglasses. Maybe we'll see Polly scalloping across the lunar surface.
What did he say?
Dear me.
Scalloping.
Scalloping that's really scraping the barrel on that one there, I think. Really? Oh.
Now, what's cool about this is a couple of years before the first moon landing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see what they get right.
It's nice to see the TARDIS crew just having a bit of fun, you know,
Yeah,
enjoying themselves.
that sound effect.
This reminds me a little bit of Teletubbies, though.
Yeah,
Like
there's
this-
something. It insists on itself, doesn't it? I'm expecting a sun to rise with a baby's face on it.
I will take you there, mademoiselle, if you will come with me. All right, young lady, you can carry on.
Apparently, this story was to tie in with the space race. The setting for the moon was suggested by Innes Lloyd, the producer.
Interesting.
Someone
Yeah.
not too far away.
Because there would have been a lot of talk about it at the time, wouldn't there?
Now, what have we got here, Thomas?
Yeah, what the heck was that?
Then they must be put on that rocket.
Is that a robot arm?
Meantime, the Moonbase is to be put in quarantine.
Quarantine.
Certainly looks like something along those lines.
Work, I shall need replacements.
Don't think I would be laying my hands on them if I wasn't sure what the illness was.
Especially when it's believed to be an infection.
Oh yes, the station doctor. He was the
Benoit.
All right,
He's
I'll
my
do it like that.
favourite.
Call me if anything happens.
Yes, of course.
I like his little scarf. Like,
Yeah.
There were two more of those.
Just to show he's definitely French, just in case we weren't sure.
Yeah, he probably has a croissant in his top drawer.
Well,
He just like insists on it. So, this guy is French.
When he goes outside on the moon, he pops a little beret on top of his helmet.
Goodbye.
Gets
Just
on a
in case
bicycle
for
with an
any
accordion. Yeah, we were talking about that, weren't we? I think it was Taken 2 has a... even though I think it was produced by Luc Besson.
Oh, yeah.
Or he had a role in it. But yeah, there's literally a bit where it's in France and there's a guy wearing a beret on a bike with a baguette under his arm.
Oh dear.
Oh, crumbs. It's got a hole in it.
Anyone would think we've got rats up here.
What is that? Flour? Sugar?
Yeah, something like that.
Who's that?
Some kind of white powder. Oh, are we going to see the monster? Oh, that shadow.
Sake, don't go sneaking
Did you
around.
see that?
I did see that shadow.
It looked
You will be too late.
suspiciously
Say,
familiar.
are you responsible for the broken?
Was that a Cyberman, Paul?
I couldn't possibly comment.
A cyber person?
I like it's good keeping the creature hidden, isn't it?
It is.
We don't want to wake
Not giving much away.
There's a Connect 4 behind her
So you
head.
could do with some sleep yourself.
Fancy a little
Very limited in terms of height. Just
Doing a little investigation.
connect to.
Piece of silver paper. What is it?
I don't know.
Connect 2. That would be over in about 5 seconds.
Change over in the time cycle. Oh, well, you see,
Just drop
it's rather
a
interesting.
piece into this.
On the moon, they have
Whoever
a
starts
fortnight of days
wins
and a fortnight of
every
nights.
time.
Connect
Yes,
1.
isn't it? Of course, along
If it
with the
is
control center,
Cybermen, and it's
probably
not
broad daylight.
confirmed yet, but if it is,
Polly, you
it's
wouldn't
an
be making fun of
interesting
me.
move to bring them back. so soon in a way because, yeah, no, but it'd be interesting to see how the Doctor reacts because they were the death of him, weren't they?
Yeah, that's very true.
Sorry, that tickled me, that delivery. It's hard without having the actual visuals, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, it's
Convey the
great
emotions.
animation, but yeah, I mean, some things are a little bit funny. And it's hard to know whether that would have been a little bit funny with the original as well.
What are we going to do?
Where's Evan's body?
Over there.
Did you know that Evans backwards is Snave?
All right, let's get it over.
Now I do.
Sorry.
Is this someone's idea of a particularly bad joke? This is no joke.
Do you know what We Panic in a
Mr. Hudson,
Pew
you are wanted.
backwards is?
Another man's collapsed at the control.
No.
The Habiton has swung off line
We
once again.
Panic
Come
in a
on.
Pew.
Oh, a palindrome.
And you'd better find that
Rise to
body,
vote,
or
sir.
out you all go, quarantine or no quarantine.
Yes. Oh, was that one? Oh,
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
Dan, what
Race
could have
car.
happened? Must have dozed off or something. One thing I am sure of, something went out of
Abba.
that door just as you came in.
Yes. What's your favourite Scandi band with a palindromic
Just for a
name?
minute.
Aha or ABBA?
Abba.
Oh. Looks a bit different, doesn't it?
Quite different from the 10th planet, yeah.
It's you,
I like it.
Phantom Piper.
Ah, that's the cliffhanger.
There we go.
I mean, it's all good, clean fun, isn't it?
Sure is. Yeah,
Yeah.
so what do you think of that then?
Wow. You know, it's great we do these kind of off the cuff reactions because we haven't had any time to sort of ponder them really, so it's quite authentic. But yeah, I'm still like trying to work out what I made of that. I mean, okay, so they land on the moon. There's this base controlling the weather on Earth, and then something's a bit awry. Oh, it's the Cybermen. Yeah, it's quite effective, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how obvious it would have been in the actual footage when the Cybermen were first revealed by that shadow and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not as obvious. And at that stage, like, the design probably wasn't as iconic either.
That's true.
Like the handles and stuff.
Probably quite a lot of time has actually passed since the 10th planet for people watching the show at the time, hasn't it?
Yeah, months.
So they probably, oh, that looks a bit familiar. Two sort of handles.
Yeah.
Handles Messiah. No, sorry. So random. But that is the dumbest.
It's just literally word association at this stage.
I know. I don't know why I default to that man alive. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. What about you?
Yeah, I liked it, and I mean, that people say about the Troughton era, so you may want to you might want to brace yourself for what's to come. That a lot of the Troughton era follows a very similar format, is what they call the base under siege format, where they find themselves in some kind of environment, like an enclosed base or place, and they're under siege from something. Which I really like. I really like the base under siege format. It really works for me. And I guess this is kind of what have we had? What was the first? So, I mean, Power of the Daleks is kind of base under siege.
It is, yeah.
Highlanders obviously wasn't that one. Underwater Menace was still kind of, they're in a small environment, sort of.
Atlantis.
Atlantis, kind of, again, it was a similar idea. So, but I like that. But this is an actual, this is a base, it's called the Moonbase. But I like the design of the Moonbase. I'd be interested to see a bit more of that in the footage when we get there. I mean, that's the issue when you watch the first one is an animation. You don't know how much it looks, how good it looks in reality, because the animation, it's like when we watched Galaxy 4, there was a lot more sort of depth to the sets in the animation than there was in the existing footage. particularly like the Dravin spaceship, the women's spaceship. So it'd be interesting to see that. But I mean, if it's similar to what we've got here, I think it looks really nice. And what do you think of the? Well, hopefully we'll get a bit more of a look at it. But initial thoughts on the change of design in the Cybermen?
Yeah, well, the main thing I noticed was that it's kind of all metallic, isn't it, including the face, which I guess that's now to me like a more traditional Cybermen in terms of what I'm used to. Like the modern era, they're all metal. But I personally think, I don't know, I did like the kind of fabric face. But I'm sure this one will grow on me. I mean, the arm's quite interesting, isn't it? It's covered in all sorts of... It's not really a hand anymore. It's kind of all these
more like
bits.
Clawy thing. Yeah. So yeah, there's some interesting choices. And I mean, I think we'll see as we go through... I mean, you effectively get the evolution of the Cybermen across the classic era. They develop in different ways and, certain... obviously at points they decide, that wasn't a good idea, so we'll get rid of that design feature and we'll bring in this instead. So before they had weapons that they held, didn't they? Whereas here it was like lightning from their hand. It was like, infinite power,
unlimited. I'm too weak.
Yeah,
I found a meme the other day that was that, just like him lying down, going, "I'm too weak," and it's like when you're at the youth group and you've just eaten loads of pizza and you've been asked to stack the chairs.
That sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's a strong start to that episode, that story.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Great. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Do give us a like and a subscribe if you'd like to. And we'll be back for episode 2
of the Moonbase.
Brilliant. Thanks, Paul. Goodbye.
Thanks, Thomas. Bye-bye.